What's up, guys? Welcome back to another episode of Married to Reality. It's the Last Resort edition. I'm your co-host, John, here with my wife and co-host. It's the one and only Teresa right there.
Hello, everyone. How's everyone doing?
It'd be a lot better if you'd refill my Michael. Teresa, top off the old Michael over here.
Who cares about Michael? I'm going to create the Jonathan.
Woo, what would that be?
It would be...
Take your time. You only have one chance to create a Jonathan.
Okay.
So take your time. I want you to put some thought into this.
Okay. My Jonathan would be spicy.
Ooh. Okay. So let's set a couple parameters. Let me ask a couple questions.
Okay.
Are you creating this with me in mind? What I would like? How you see me? Or because you love me so much, you're going to create a drink you love so much?
The third one.
Okay. So this is really for you.
Yeah, because Jonathan is for me. You're not going to be drinking Jonathan. I'm going to be drinking Jonathan.
All right. Well, it's got my name on it, so I should be able to drink it. But okay.
My Jonathan, I think you might like it. My Jonathan would be fruity. Because...
I don't like where this is going.
What?
Okay, go ahead.
I love fruit.
Sure.
Unlike you, I love fruit.
Okay.
Fruity, a little sour because I also love sour.
So, for some reason, I'm finding this offensive, but continue.
And spicy because you add some spice to my life.
Okay, well, you've named the flavor profiles, but now create the. You're at the liquor store. You're pulling bottles. You're pulling mixers. What is it?
I'm gonna get a good, nice quality tequila.
Okay.
Because
Casamigos, shout out.
Yes, because it's also something you like.
Okay.
So when I drink tequila, I think of you.
Okay.
Then I'm going to pick up some jalapenos.
Okay.
I'm gonna infuse the tequila.
I like where this is going.
Because you
a little spicy?
infuse me? No. Does it make any sense? Can you infuse me?
I've put my pepper in you once or twice. My spicy pepper.
Just once or twice?
Who's counting? So
I'm going to infuse the tequila. Then I'm going to get some lime juice.
Okay.
Because we love lime.
Sure.
And then maybe a tiny splash of grapefruit juice because that's what you like.
Nice. I do. If we're doing mimosas, I prefer a grapefruit mimosa.
Yes. And just a little splash to it, a little something to it. And I'm going to put a fun straw in it.
Nice. I like it.
I'm going to call it the Jonathan.
Very nice.
Because it's going to be sour, spicy, fruity, and it's going to be fun because of the fun straw.
I love it. Very nice.
Great, Teresa.
Well done. Okay. All right. Well, I've had a minute to think about it now. I think going with your parameters, something that I would enjoy, but with a twist.
Because you love me so much.
Because I love you so much. But with a twist of you.
Yes.
I'm going to go whiskey-based.
Okay.
Because I love whiskey. Now, here's where you come in. I'm going to go hot toddy.
Ooh.
Because you're hot.
Oh.
And tea, like a hot tea over here. Then I'm going to give it a Czech twist. Now, here's where I need your help. I'm thinking hot toddy, it's whiskey, it's cinnamon, it's honey. The Czech twist, I think, could be interesting if you did like a Fernet topper, almost like a splash of Fernet.
Ooh, you're going to have a hard morning after drinking the Teresa.
Really? How could I give it a Czech? You could do Slivovica.
Ooh.
What is a Czech whiskey? So Slivovica is a plum brandy.
We have the Czech whiskey.
But that's more like a Scotch. I don't really.
I hope you did not toss it when you were tossing your.
I made sure to keep it.
Whew.
You guys know the parents are coming next week. Well,
the parents are coming next week, and John went through his whiskey collection when we moved, and got rid of some of the stuff that were basically almost empty, or just he didn't like, or he got from someone. Whew.
No, that's on the bar cart. Bekarovka, would that be okay to mix in with the? No, and Teresa's shaking her head. No,
those are not mixed drinks.
Okay, how do we give it a check? How do we give the hot tea, the hot Teresa, the hot Terry, a Czech twist?
You ready?
Yeah.
You're going to put a little Czech flag in it.
Nice.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
This way you can enjoy the Teresa and you can wake up fresh.
Love it. Just how you do every morning.
I would not want you to drink the Teresa and then wake up and be sick.
Yeah.
Am I right?
You're making all the great points over there. All right. Well, that was a fun game.
Yeah, so I'm going to have the fun straw because you're so much fun.
Mm-hmm.
And you're going to have the Czech flag because I'm so much Czech.
I love it.
We should make our drinks.
Well, yours is just a hot toddy with a Czech flag in it. I wanted to give it a little something extra. Maybe.
Ooh, I know. You do it like a lemon twist because I love lemon.
Okay.
Like
with a lemon twist. And I could stick the flag into the lemon peel.
And now there are two things I love. I mean,
Perfect.
I do love hot toddies, so I would definitely drink the Teresa.
Sure.
And I think you would drink the Jonathan.
Absolutely. All right. Beautiful. What a fun game. So we are not here to talk about liquor, although I'm sure we naturally will.
Guys, if you want the recipes, hit us up.
Or you could just listen back.
Well, true. But, I mean, we might be more specific.
True. We may do proportions.
May or may not.
We may or may not do proportions. Okay. We're here to talk about The Last Resort. What a show. What a show. I never thought I would say this, but we're 9 episodes in, so anything goes. I kind of want more of those competitions we saw episode 1. I kind of want the blindfold obstacle course, the relay race. I'm kind of missing that aspect of what was promised to me.
True, but at the same time, I'm enjoying this thing.
Yeah, I guess these couples are fighting enough with each other, with their spouses. They don't need to be fighting against other couples. I
like the family therapies, like when they loop other people in to give it that input.
It goes back to my point of this is so authentic. Like, you're not going to loop Mama Gwen in for some bullshit lie storyline. This is legit. This is why I love this show. So that has been taking the place, I guess, of the competitions, because there was really only one competition. There were group activities.
Yeah.
There was Kama Sutra.
Yeah, I didn't like that. That just gave me nothing besides Angela making out with a doll and Michael making out with a pillow.
Yeah. But episode 1, we had that relay race, and it was very reminiscent of Perfect Match or those other reality shows.
Yeah, I forgot about it.
And I kind of could go for one of those, sprinkle one of those in, right? Competition is fun. But all right, I'm not the producer of the show. So we'll talk about the show. We'll talk about this episode. Before we do, real quick, a little business. If you want to hear us talk about The Other Way, that season is cooking. You can hear us talk about it on Patreon and Supercast, patreon.com/marriedtoreality or marriedtoreality.supercast.com. It's a fantastic season. We're having a lot of fun talking about our friends over there. So if you want to hear us chat about that, join us on the premium channels. Also, make sure you're following us on Instagram. We're posting memes. We're doing memes. It's fun. You can message us, stay up to date with our updates. It's all happening on Instagram at Married to Reality Pod. So make sure you're following us over there at Married to Reality Pod. Also, make sure you're following us wherever you're listening right now. Spotify, Apple, TuneIn, wherever you're listening. You want to make sure you're following us so whenever we drop an episode on the free feed, it'll come right to your device. And I say that now specifically because there's some shows coming back to our television screens. And who knows when those might be dropped.
Oh.
Okay, Teresa, I'm not going to give too much away because...
Maybe I should subscribe.
Maybe you should smash that follow button.
I do follow. Of course I follow us.
You're not on the Patreon? But there are some shows coming back that may or may not make it to the free feed. So make sure you're following. So whatever we drop, Teresa's confused. I don't want to say it on the mic because I don't want to make any promises of if, when, where, who, how. But I'm going to say it off the mic right now.
Okay.
Okay, she's back. And if you guys have very good hearing, you may have heard that as well. But make sure you're following the podcast. So whatever we drop, when we drop, it'll come right to your device. It's so easy to do. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, smash like it's as hot. It's Kalani's drama.
Woo!
Because I did not expect that.
I think I burned my mouth on that tea.
I did not expect that. I mean, listen, we all saw the spoilers that her new man may or may not appear on the show, right?
I think we broke one of those spoilers.
Probably. But I thought it's going to be, and again, we don't know if he's going to appear, but if he does, I thought it's going to be production driven. I thought they're going to invite him without even Kalani knowing, just like loop him in, right?
Yeah.
I did not expect this.
Yeah, we'll talk about it. And last but not least, you guys know we're suckers for love. We're Darcy and Stacy over here. We're Team Silvo.
Oh.
We love love. So if you haven't left a review, if you could do that, we would be forever grateful, and we would actually read it. If you wrote something and left a 5-star review, we'd read it on the Monday podcast.
Yes.
All right. That's it.
Let's do this, John.
Teresa's
Let's do this.
She wouldn't even let me ramp up into my intro. She's so excited. Let's do it. The reason we're here, 90 Day, The Last Resort, Season 1, Episode 9.
Ooh.
A week left.
A week left. I might need a Jonathan.
Hopefully more than a week for us, but a week of therapy left, which makes me believe we've covered a week already in these 9 episodes.
I was just going to say, 1 week, 9 episodes. So are we going up to 18?
I could see us doing a strong 15.
Yeah. I wonder if there's going to be, I don't want to say a tell because I don't think it makes sense, but some sort of an update like they do on Maps or The Love is Blind, like something when they bring them back.
Here's the only reason
I'd be like, how is it going?
Here's the only reason I could see a quote unquote tell all. Because I feel like, and sorry, not sorry, I'm not listening to the experts podcasts, but I'm sure it's great. I'm sure they're filled with so much wisdom and knowledge. But I could see them joining all of the cast on a stage to really dive in and explain some of the issues and mechanisms of therapy and ways to overcome and what they went through. I could see that being an interesting conversation as a quote unquote tell all.
Okay.
You're not buying it?
I don't know.
All right.
I don't know. I feel like they always like to do something a little more dramatic.
Bring a live studio audience in? That was the biggest flop, I think, in 90-day history.
Here's why it was unnecessary. I didn't even know they were there. So it's like, it didn't even bother me. Or I felt I had no feeling towards that whole situation because it didn't help but it didn't take away. It was like, okay, someone else is there. Cool. It wasn't like, oh my gosh, live audience, they're going to be asking questions. They're going to be more involved, more drama. It's like, no, like a bunch of randos in the background.
And not that they made a huge deal of it leading up to it, but they sort of were like, and for the first time ever, a live studio audience. And you're like, oh shit, this is different. It wasn't any different. Instead of cutting to the camera guys behind their cameras, they just cut to some random people in bleachers.
Well, because listen, we always say that about everything. If you want to keep up with what's going on in the world, you always have to be innovative. You have to come up with something new, right?
Yeah.
You always try a little something. I always change my voice during my intro. So it's trying something new to keep you guys.
I was wondering why our listenership was going up. I didn't know it was because you were changing your voice.
Yeah, sometimes I goes like, "Hello, Jonathan." It's a little something new.
Keep people on their toes.
Yeah, they never know what tone my voice is gonna be at. They never know.
Okay, you're right. At least 90 days trying. Okay, let's talk about this show though, because there's a lot to talk about here.
Okay, so let's start with Kalani and Liz. And I was like, are these even friends? They're not really friends, but they're trying to be because Liz finds Kalani very calming. And she's like, we haven't had a chance to hang out really, but I really like Liz. So I think they are friends, but they didn't really get to that friend spot.
This is one of those getaways, I would say, where you can find a new bestie almost, right? This isn't a tell-all situation where, okay, you might hang out at a rooftop bar and have a couple laughs. Like, you're here at this resort going through some real shit for a couple weeks. You could walk away with a new bestie. You may walk away single, but you could walk away with a new bestie. And maybe they're testing the waters here, no pun intended, because it's a bit of a pool party.
Yeah.
It's girl talk at the pool.
I'm like, who's the babichka in the pool with the pink hat?
How dare you?
It's Liz.
Don't you? I love how you say that now, a week before all of our parents are with us at the beach. We're going to see some, I guess our parents are of a certain age. I was going to say, we're going to see some headwear, some protective headwear.
My mom, I don't know. My dad is hoping you can give him a hat that you don't like anymore.
My dad may be accused of cultural appropriation. He's going to be wearing a sombrero. I'm telling you, he wants to be as far away from the sun. He wants to be as protected.
All right.
He's going to be wearing a babichka hat.
So that's my dad too. My dad cannot be in the sun because of his medication.
Yeah.
So he's going to be far away from the sun.
Mm-hmm.
And I mean, we can tell our friends. So we prepared little packages, like a fun gift packages for our parents because we're taking them on a vacation.
This is big for us, guys.
This is big for us. We just like, John and I went all in on this family vacation because it's us inviting them, us bringing and financing this whole thing. And
we
we're
rented
like,
a house on the beach.
yeah. And we're so excited because I feel like we've never done anything like this for our parents. They always treat us or we go visit them. So it's never been like, oh, let us do the thing. Let us take care of everything and you guys just come. And so because John and I are fun.
Oh, you know what we need to do?
We planned some fun stuff and we planned a few. Actually, I'm not going to say anything because I know you're listening, Rachel. I know you might spill the tea to Sal.
Good point. Good catch.
All right.
Well,
I'm quiet now. We'll tell you in 2 weeks.
Bite your tongue, Rachel. But here's what we should do. Speaking of the Michael and the Teresa and the Jonathan, we need a signature drink for this vacation. We need a signature drink.
Oh my gosh.
We'll talk about it off the mic.
It should be something.
We'll talk about it off the mic, okay. Teresa.
Don't get me excited then.
I know we're going to digress.
Oh, are we going to call it the family?
We are family, maybe. Maybe like an American. Maybe it's like a Budweiser with a shot of Slivovitz or something. Just the two worlds colliding.
I don't want to drink the family and wake up sick. It's
True.
the same with Jonathan.
True. I had too much of the family. Thrown up all morning.
I need the head of a dog. Make me some Jonathan.
I'll give you a little Jonathan. Always makes you feel better. All right. Anyways, back to the pool. Back to girl talk. Liz was picking up what we were all picking up on, which is that the previous day or night at the pool when Asuelu was roasting those nuts, they were having fun. Asuelu and Kalani, they were flirty. They were having fun. And Liz is like, is this a turn of events?
Nope. Kalani said she was drunk.
Yep. And she brings up that the problem is her inability to forgive. And then she lays it all on the table.
Yeah, she's like, no one knows this besides Kalani, but the reason why I'm so not forgiving because this is not a one-off thing. He's been cheating on me.
It's not a two-off thing.
Relationship.
It's not a 3-off thing or a 4-off thing. It's not a 5-off thing or a 6-off thing. It's not a 7-off.
Why are you making fun of me? Wasn't it correctly?
It was. I was just leaning into the fact that it wasn't a 1-off thing. It was a 12-off thing.
That's very, very true. I thought you were like poking at my English skills.
Do I ever do that, Teresa?
All the time, but with love.
Oh, always with love. Liz's face when she heard this, that oh shit, Kalani's been getting cheated on her entire relationship. Her face was like, and I thought I had it bad. For a second, I think she realized, oh shit, I'm not the worst relationship here by a long shot.
Yeah, and it's yeah. I mean, yeah, she's still with small Ed, which
is bad.
It is bad, but Asuelu cheating.
That's real bad.
12 times, and I do feel bad for Kalani because like. When she says it again, like, yeah, he cheated on me when I was pregnant. He cheated on me that whole freaking time.
Applying for his papers to come over here.
And it's like, I do feel bad for her because I'm sure she did it for the kids. I wouldn't.
Yeah.
But I think she did it with the kid.
I don't know.
One kid in mind at the time.
Let's not even think about it.
She was a virgin. Like, this was all like happening to her. She's like, well... Hopefully he'll change.
Yeah.
But
he did not.
He did not. And that whole, everything he's ever done basically landed them here. But Kalani and like Asuelu has a hard time forgiving him and no shit.
So we get a little bit more insight. As recently as this morning, the morning that they're talking, he saw her going through his phone and deleting text messages. Basically, he's still being...
No, she saw him.
Yeah, she saw him going through his phone. Basically, Asuelu is still being sneaky.
Yes.
And so she's a little on edge. And of course, how could you ever get off the edge after you've been cheated on multiple times in such serious. It's not like, yeah, we've been together for 30 years and I went out one night and I got drunk and whatever. Still bad, awful, terrible. Grounds for divorce, of course. But she's pregnant with your child and you're cheating. She's filling out your paperwork to come to America and you're cheating. Like, these are things where you go, okay, well, I can't risk ruining this. And he still did it time and time again.
Yeah.
Not good.
Him hiding his phone is just no bueno. I would and that's the biggest suspicion ever. Like, I don't know, if I saw you hiding your phone, I would be like, why? Like, it's not like I go to your phone, but I know that I could if I wanted to. I have no reason, right? But we always grab each other's phones because we go on Spotify, or I'm like, hey, take a look at my phone. I have stuff in my Amazon cart. I want you to take a look at it, right? Like, very, very open relationship. Not open relationship.
Sexually, guys, Colin.
We
Yes,
not
we're
hiding
transparent.
Anything.
Yeah, we're honest.
Thank you. But here's the thing. Like, if you started hiding things, of course I would be suspicious.
Sure.
Unless you're buying me an awesome gift. Which you do this to me sometimes. You call me out on things and I have to spill what I'm trying to do for you.
There's been a couple times. Both. It goes both ways, Teresa. I think one time, maybe you didn't call me out on it, but I was worried you were gonna. I had to turn off my location because I went to a jewelry store.
Oh, I didn't even know.
To get you the stone ring.
Oh, the one for our anniversary.
And I was like, well, if she sees me at this jewelry store, she's like, what are you doing at a jewelry store? So I turned off my location. And I thought for a second, you're like, why is your location off? What are you doing? Maybe you didn't.
I didn't even know.
But yes, there's been a couple times where it's like, what are you doing? Why are you being so secretive? It's always because it's a gift or a surprise or something.
I'm like doing something for you. You're like, what are you doing? I'm like, if I tell you the whole thing, come on.
And I know we're going to get a couple friends calling in being like, what? You guys track each other? Yeah, we do. Get over it. It's peace of mind that the other person got to where they needed to go safely.
Yeah.
You don't have to check in. Did you get there? Are you okay? Like,
we still do that too.
We travel a lot. It's good.
I'll tell you this. It does get glitchy. And I freaking freaked out once so bad that I texted John's boss at midnight.
Yeah.
Because he seemed to be stuck at a corner of a parking lot at the airport that I know we never park at. It's like at the back of the airport.
Yeah.
And he was there for a long time. He wasn't responding to my texts. His phone was off. I literally freaked out, and it basically what happened. It's like he maybe didn't have a reception for a second. There was
like
some
locks
sort of a
you
glitch.
into your last place.
Yeah, and he finally reaches out. He's like, "Yeah, I'm coming home. They just closed the highway." So I'm like driving around. I'm like, "You're driving? You're sitting in the corner of the parking lot."
Yeah, it's crazy because it's so accurate, and then it's so off sometimes. Yeah. Like, I could see you moving within the apartment. I'm like, oh, she's getting the mail. And then other times it's like, what is she doing at Sports Authority?
Yeah. Oh, like once you were like driving somewhere and I'm like, why are you driving in the ocean?
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, are you okay?
Yeah.
Like, why are you like 10 miles off the coast of West Florida?
Okay.
And then you were like, I'm eating lunch at like a coastal bar. I'm like, well, you are in the ocean.
Very fresh seafood.
Very.
We're like 20 minutes and we haven't talked about the episode really. So back to Kalani and Liz. Kalani spills it. Who the guy is that she's been talking to. And she says, yeah, I did have him blocked. But after I saw Asuelu being shady, I unblocked him.
Ooh.
And Liz is like, tell me who he is.
Well, Liz is like, oh my gosh, this is the biggest smile you've ever given.
It's such a tell. Which, no surprise, of course, you're always infatuated with your new crush, especially when your ex has cheated on you 47 times. But like that, you can't, it's like laughter. You can't force yourself to laugh. It just happens because something's funny. She couldn't hold this smile in.
Yeah.
This is how she truly feels. And it came out and it showed on her face. And she tells us who it is. It's no surprise. It's confirmation. Dallas.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know his name.
Teresa doesn't listen to the podcast. Don't make me go back and insert another clip of me being like, well, this guy's Dallas. He's in her Facebook profile picture now.
I'm like not a big fan of people naming people after big cities.
I like Brooklyn.
I don't. You see, like it's like overrated. It's like I love Brooklyn. I love the city.
Okay.
But it's like naming your kid after a city. It's almost like, did you bang there? So the kid was like conceived in the city? Like, or do you love that city so much?
maybe
I
you love
don't
the
get
city.
it. I don't get it.
Brooklyn Decker? How dare you talk about her like that?
I only know Brooklyn Beckham, but I don't even know. I just know it because of David Beckham.
All right, no more digressing. So
Okay.
his name is Dallas. They've only known each other for 2 months at the time of this filming. But she goes, he's the first guy I've dated that reciprocates feelings. Hold on. You just confirmed you're dating him.
Mm-hmm.
You didn't just say like, oh, it's the first guy I hooked up with. It's the first guy I know. It's the first guy you've dated that reciprocates these feelings.
Well, she said it. She didn't say it was just one-time thing. She was honest about it. Listen,
Dating is more than just a booty call.
Yeah, but like you don't booty call people multiple times.
Sure you do.
Really?
Yes.
That's gross.
No, it's not. It's better than
that's
just
dating.
No, if it's 2 a.m. and you get home from the bar and you send the you up text, you can send that once a month and that's just a booty call.
No. Okay, once a month. They've been together for 2 months and I'm sure they've seen each other multiple times.
I know.
So that's dating.
But putting that title on it takes it to a different... She's dating while she's married, Teresa.
Yeah, but like you can date multiple people. That's why it's not that serious.
Not while you're married.
No, well...
You can cheat on your spouse, but you can't date someone while you're married.
If your spouse cheated on you 12 times, you can date.
I mean, you
can so date. And plus, they've been separated. They're not.
True.
They're not like living together and having sharing the bed every single night and the toothpaste in the bathroom.
True.
Like, they're not together. They're married on the paper. So yeah, I can see her saying date. If she said in a relationship, then I would judge her. But dating, sure.
All right, fair enough. So she's torn now. Do I pick the person, the father of my children,
No.
who's the struggle to even be friends with, or do I pick this person who came out of nowhere, made me realize nice guys do exist?
Yeah, go for the nice guy.
It's too soon, I would say. The shame is you can't continue to date Dallas while you're married, but are you really going to give up the father of your child for someone?
She should absolutely give up as well. Because
She should.
First of all, he's a child. Second of all, he has a remorse now after he cheated 12 times.
I'm sure he
Get
says
out of
that every
here.
time he gets caught, though.
Yeah. So absolutely not. Like I liked when she said, I think she said in the previous episode that she's like, well, I'm fine even if we not make it. You will always be in the kid's life, right? You will always be there. We can be friendly.
Yeah.
I'm fine with it. And that's great. I'm happy she feels this way because the kids won't suffer. But she needs to put herself first too, or third after the two kids.
Yeah. Okay, so she's torn. Then we cut to Jovi and Yara in the aforementioned family therapy session that Mama Gwen
Yeah.
is joining. Yara was on the defensive immediately before they even started. I thought Yara and Mama Gwen had a bond, had a
They
good relationship.
do. I think sometimes they exaggerate it a little bit. I think they have a bond, but
She also exaggerated. Yara is a little performative, a little theatrical.
a little, yeah. So they have a family therapy with Jenny or Petey, whoever.
Yeah.
And so they open up, Mama Gwen joins, and Yara feels like Jovi talks to Mama Gwen way more and tells her way more things that he should.
And
And it almost seems like he talks to Mama Gwen because he doesn't feel comfortable telling certain things to Yara.
It could be that. It could just be a pattern of behavior of I grew up always before I even knew who Yara was as a person. This was my go-to, and it's hard to break that pattern for some people.
I guess. Me, John, and John's mom have a group chat.
Love it. We also have one with my dad.
Yes.
Don't leave him out. It's not as active.
Not as active. It's just more like a bigger things.
But I
we
love
share.
that you, like, if I go away for a week, I love that, like, you talk on the phone with my mom.
Yeah,
you guys
I
are
call her
texting all the
sometimes.
time. You talk on the phone.
Yeah, sometimes I'm like, I don't feel like texting. You want to chat?
Yeah, it's beautiful. And I kind of thought that's the relationship Yara and Mama Gwen had. Maybe they do. Maybe this is a little for show. But Yara right away is like, Joey tells Gwen too much. Gwen is the first person he goes to. And Dr. Pete is like, okay, well, does she know about your little secret? did Jovi run and tell her about the birth control?
So, no, Mama Gwen doesn't know about anything that happened at the resort. So, Yara comes clean, and Gwen says, well, it's horrible to hide something like this from Jovi. She's like, I get that you don't want to have kids. Right now, we talk about it all the time, but you shouldn't have hidden it from your husband.
Totally.
But then she comes again, and she's like, well, Jovi, you need to talk to Yara. You guys need to communicate.
Oh, boy.
And you need to tell her what you told me. Because this is something you should have gone to her first.
What did you think this was going to be?
I didn't. I have no idea, to be honest. I didn't have anything. And they actually said it so quick that I didn't even have time to go there.
There was no cliffhanger for this, surprisingly enough, because this was kind of a big bomb drop.
Yeah.
And TLC didn't do the long game of, what? Joey's got a secret? What's it going to be?
Well, I almost have a feeling maybe I saw on social media that he works closer to home. So, I don't know. I almost feel like I've heard this. I've read it somewhere that he now works in the U.S. So, I don't know.
Oh, right. But he's still going away for work.
I
He's
guess.
still on the boats, as far as I know. He's just, before he was going country to country. Now I think it's more maybe the goal for around that area.
Yeah, I don't know. But the secret or the thing he wasn't telling Yara was that he got a job offer to work closer to home and basically do an office job 9 to 5. And he turned it down, but didn't tell Yara. And here's where I'm confused. And maybe you can chime in.
Sure.
He never said why. Or at least
I know why.
I didn't pick up why.
No, I know. It's an office job. Right now he's going on the boats. He's going underwater.
Okay.
He's doing cool robotic things, right? He would go sit in an office for 8 hours a day.
What's wrong with that?
Which many of us do. But his point, which is a point well taken, Yara thought, oh, you're going to be at the office. You're not going to be disappearing for weeks at a time on a boat, leaving Mila and myself behind. True. He'll be leaving you behind 8 hours a day, every day, 52 weeks a year, versus now where he can be off for a month and just spend every single day in a row for a month with them. He's going, that's way better than just having nights and weekends, is me having a month. Like, think about all the traveling they do.
Yeah, for sure.
They can go for 2 weeks at a time somewhere.
Nice. I wish we could.
Yeah. They wouldn't be able to.
Patreon.com.
They wouldn't be able to do that if he was going to an office Monday through Friday,
True.
9 to 5.
Here's what I'm going to say. He should have told her because he should have felt like he can, but he also should have done what he thought was best for him and his family. So I feel like he decided what he thought was best for him and his family, but he should have told Yara and be supported. I have friends who tell their husbands what to do or push them to do certain things, and things are not going too well, and some of them are divorced.
Uh-oh.
But no matter what you want to do, I'll support you. Whether I agree with it or I don't, I might give you my peace of mind. I'll tell you how I feel, but I would never tell you don't do it. I would be like, hey, if you feel like this is the right thing to do, you go for it, and we'll figure it out.
Yeah.
And I find it sad that he didn't feel like he can go to Yara because things like this are very important. At least I think.
He should have completely been honest with the situation, heard her side of things, at least made her, I know this kind of sounds bad, made her feel heard, even if he wasn't going to take her advice, or even if he thought he wasn't going to take her advice, maybe she would have said something that would have changed his mind, or go, oh, I didn't think about that. So you should always have that conversation, but then she should respect his decision. Ultimately, it is his job. Yes, it's your family. Yes, it's your life. But he makes a valid point of, yeah, okay, I'll be closer, but we're probably add up the hours. We're probably going to spend less time together if I'm not home for months at a time. So I was wrong. I think last week I said Jovi and Yara had the least number of problems. They got some real issues.
They do. And they have issues that are, I think, more like a normal people issues, not made up issues about, you're not you're not banging me as often as I would like. It's like, I'm not saying it's made up, but it's
that's a real issue.
It is a real issue, but I think there are things that are a little more important.
Yeah.
And it's like communication.
Not banging other people.
Trust, exactly. Not banging other people. And yes, the banging is important, but I think they have, and that's one of their issues too. I don't think Yara wants to bang as often as he does. She wants to do massages. But things like this, like trust, that's just so big.
And work, moving for work, kids. Yeah, this is all very relatable. Maybe just for us, we're a similar age, we're a similar dynamic. She is European, you're European. Like, so I can definitely relate to them as a couple, probably more than others. But yeah, they seem to be having like real relatable issues.
But I think they'll be fine.
Yeah.
I see the love. They have moments
Definitely.
that you can be like, oh, no matter what, they love each other.
Definitely. All right.
I think you want to go to Sunset Grill or you want to take a break?
I would like to take a break.
Okay.
I was trying to stop you right there, too. Let's take a break before we go off campus and head to the Sunset Grill. Let's take a quick break. We'll tell you about our sponsors for this episode, and then we'll come back and then we'll head off campus, all right?
All right.
We'll be back in a second.
Throwing a drink is easy, but you know what's even easier?
Wait, who would throw a drink? That's a waste of alcohol.
Well, not us Czechs, but we've seen it plenty of times on reality TV.
Very true. But I'm sorry. So what's easier than throwing a drink?
Getting a drink delivered with Drizzly, your go-to app for alcohol delivery.
That's right. With Drizzly, you can shop local stores and compare prices on your favorite drinks. Then get them delivered right to your door. No drama, no drink throwing, no name calling.
Just a tailored shopping experience for whatever occasion you're shopping for, from birthdays to weddings to reality TV watch parties.
We love drama, but not if it gets in the way of us getting our drinks. So save time shopping and get back to sipping. Download the Drizzly app or go to drizzly.com. That's DRIZLY.com today. Must be 21 plus, not available in all locations. And we're back.
Hello, Jonathan.
Hello, Teresa. How are things?
Things are great. How are things?
I mean, Sunset Grill, going off campus, checking out another place to have drinks. What could be better? I feel like every time the cast leaves, the guests must throw a party. Like, fine. Like, they do a conga line through the adult pool, free rum punch for everyone. Like, they must be like, Angela's gone? Let's celebrate.
Yeah, I have a feeling that this was not during the tourist season. I think this was in like December or January.
I'm pretty sure that's tourist season. Everyone goes south. Not tourist season, I feel like, for the Keys would be July, August. Why would you go south when it's hot north?
Well, because it gets cool down there. I think some people, if you want like a beach, like when we went to a resort down in Florida, it wasn't the Keys, but it was near Miami. It got cold at night. Like, it got cool during the day sometimes by the pool. And not like cool that you have to put a sweater on, but maybe cool that you might not want to sit in the pool.
It is a good point, because remember, was the last episode or the episode before when Kelly forgot his robe? It was cold.
Yeah. And so I think it's not the season, and maybe not as many people are there, but still.
Yeah. So everyone's at the Sunset Grill. Right then, Barbie and Ken roll in. That's Jovi and Yara, according to Angela or Liz.
Yeah. I can see the Yara point, but I mean, I guess maybe Jovi could be.
Jovi looks a little Ken-ish.
Yeah, he does. The hair,
the
for sure.
face, like, it's just kind of, I don't know, Ken-ish.
Yeah.
I don't want to say anything. Love you, Jovi. Yeah, I think.
I can see that.
Barbie and Ken. So everyone's kind of like, why do you guys look so down? Why the long face? And Joey says, well, we did a therapy session today with my mom, and it made me realize I was doing a lot of things wrong. And he comes clean about the job situation, which is good.
Yeah.
Nobody was taking his side. Everyone thought he should have been honest with Yara, which we all agree with. And then kind of Asuelu and him go talk one-on-one. And I think Asuelu wanted to dig in more to Jovi's problems, but Jovi was like, no, let's talk about you. You've got some big issues too.
Yeah, so he's telling him about cheating.
Yeah. and Kalani's inability to forgive him. And really the concern is what happens when we leave the resort. Like, things aren't good here.
Yeah.
But at least we're together. What's going to happen when we leave?
Yeah. Well, then Molly rolls in and everyone's, oh my gosh, look, where is Kelly?
She's alone. It's weird that she's alone. Where's Kelly?
Kelly
She's not here.
is gone and he is not coming back.
Yeah. No surprise there. If he did, that would be ridiculous.
And like Jovi's like, oh my gosh, I didn't realize that people are not gonna end up back together. They're gonna leave separately. It's like, yeah, it's the last resort.
Well, that couple, again, they weren't even supposed to be there.
Yeah.
They weren't married. It's not a big deal.
Yeah.
It's boyfriend.
People break up.
It's boyfriend and girlfriend
Yeah.
splitting, right? Kalani and Asuelu, bit of a bigger deal. They got kids. They're married. Jovi and Yara, of course.
Michael and Angela. They are married.
They're married. But it's kind of only a matter of time before they split.
Listen, they've been married for a while. I think
3 years?
Yeah. If they're gonna split up, it's because he just cannot get here.
I would
and
agree.
She might just disappear. I didn't want to say that.
So Angela's like, well, are you going to stay with us? You know, there's therapy being offered here just for you. And Molly says, no, I'm going to go home. This is for couples.
Which is good. I'm glad that she takes it seriously. It doesn't treat it as a vacation.
It would. She said I'd be the ninth wheel. And it's so true.
Yeah.
It would.
I mean, she could stay for herself and do a little more therapy, which they offered.
Yeah, it wouldn't be the worst.
So I wouldn't be mad if she stayed. But yeah, I mean, if you are alone at a couples retreat therapy and it's like this whole thing was just, she was miserable this entire time. If you think about it, she was miserable. Every single scene, she was not happy. So
yeah, it's a bit of a wake-up call too for the other couples that, as Jovi said, oh shit, not everyone's going to go home together.
Yeah.
It kind of makes people realize we better put in the work. We better make this happen or else we could be going home.
Yes.
Alone. So speaking of couples who may go home alone.
New morning, who dis? Well,
it's Asuelu.
This Asuelu, but where is Kalani?
So they don't have the same room. They don't share a room, right? So he woke up. I guess he tried to contact her. She said she was at breakfast. But then he was like, oh, where are you having breakfast? She didn't tell him. And it just hit me as I'm saying this, why she didn't tell him. She was off campus.
Of course, but that made sense because he said, I contacted her. She said, I'm at breakfast. I'm pretty sure he must have walked around, didn't see her, ended up going to their room. There was Kalani watching the kids.
Yeah.
So he was like, where is she?
Yeah, he felt like something must be up.
Yeah. And then we just quickly see Molly packing. She just packed up her stuff and said, I'm a goddamn girlfriend. I will find someone. I just need someone who's
she's
going
a what?
A goddamn girlfriend.
What does that mean?
That's what she said.
I'm a goddamn girlfriend?
Yeah. That's what she said. She said, I'm a goddamn girlfriend.
I don't think you speak Georgia, but okay.
I'm a goddamn girlfriend.
Oh, that. Okay, I didn't realize that's what she said.
I'm a goddamn girlfriend. Okay, I got it. I'm back, bitches. And she said, I just need someone who's going to love me and put as much into the relationship as I do.
Yeah, if nothing else, she learned a little bit about herself, a little bit about what she needs in her next relationship.
Yeah.
She wants someone who can inspire her, drive her, encourage her, support her. So that's good. I always say, you can learn so much from your past and your failed relationships. Like, they're very valuable as a youngin'. You learn what you want. Oh, this person doesn't do this. I didn't realize how important it was to me. Well, in my next relationship, I'm going to make sure that the person can do that or support that or be there for me in that way. So it's not for naught. There's value in the failures.
For sure. And so she gets in her cab and she's gone.
See you later.
Yeah, so back to Kalani and Kalani.
Okay.
They're at the hotel room. And this is what happened. Kalani was supposed to come back before the kids woke up. But she was a little late. So Kalani is like, Asuelu was freaking out, right? And that's where we learn Kalani spent the night somewhere else.
Yikes. And she wasn't too forthcoming here.
No.
I had my ideas of what it was.
Too, but I wasn't sure totally. But yeah, she's like, I'm sorry, I was supposed to be here before the kids woke up, but I was just a little late. But Kalani's like, you need to come clean. You need to tell Asuelu what's going on. And Kalani's like, I know, but I'm scared.
Yeah.
Why are you scared, dude? You're so checked out.
You're so checked out. And basically what you're going to say is, hey, remember what you did to me 12 times? I did it to you once. That's basically what. Although it's going to be followed by, I want a divorce, I think. Because I think she's in love with this new guy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
So
and she should be. Listen, we always forget that she is young. I think she's probably my age or younger.
Yeah, probably.
She deserves to be happy. All she knows her entire life is like one dude, one Asuelu, who's been cheating on her. Like, fuck that. Like, she deserves someone who's going to treat her well.
Yeah, I agree.
I'm biased a little because I have you and you're so awesome. And I'm sure so many of you guys have a significant other who is awesome. And I know there's some who maybe dealt with something shitty in the past. I guess we all did at some point. Maybe not to this extent, but we all deserve to be happy. And I think if this dude makes her happy, go for it.
Yeah,
I know kids are involved, but sometimes you gotta make sacrifices.
Yeah, so we don't get the deeds there. But then we see Kalani meeting up with the rest of the ladies.
Oh my gosh, this was the dumbest shit ever. They are at a resort in Florida.
Well, they're splitting up. They're going guys' day, girls' day.
Yeah, so they're staying at this nice resort in Florida, as we all know, right? And for the girls' trip, they get on this little car and they go to another resort to sit by the pool and drink.
The Havana Cabana. So I looked it up. This place is in Key West.
Oh, they went all the way to Key West?
So I guess they're not that far. I looked up Isla Bella. I thought it was in Marathon or something. I don't know how far the Keys are from each other. But
Key West is like 4 to 5 hours from Miami. Depends on how much traffic you hit.
Yeah. Well, I know Marathon's not right next to Miami, but I don't know. It could have been an hour or two. I really don't know. But yeah, they're going from one resort to another. The worst part was they get to this resort. It was packed to the gill. Like there was people with floaties on in the pool. And maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they wanted a little fresh blood. They've been seeing the same people for a week. They wanted to mix it up, spice it up. So they went here. But yeah, you think, what's the fun in going from one resort to another?
Exactly. If they just went out to a bar or karaoke or something, I'm like, okay, I can see that. But,
yeah.
Well, anyways, they sit down, they order some drinks, and
of course, Angela hits on the waiter as soon as he comes to the table.
Like, what's your name? Where are you from?
I'm married, but I may be getting a divorce.
Yeah, my husband's from Nigeria, but I might be getting a divorce.
Could you imagine if anyone said that, just even jokingly? That would be.
We would be getting a divorce.
That would be a conversation. You would take a class on comedy. If you thought that was a joke, I'm married, but I may be getting a divorce. What's your name?
Well, it's Angela. She does have the divorce papers with her.
Very true.
So,
but then she orders a drink.
Oh my gosh.
Named after her current husband, Michael.
She's like, I'm going to make my own drink. I'm going to make the Michael.
This thing, so it's vodka, Malibu, rum, pineapple, orange juice, and grenadine. It's a Malibu Sunset with a vodka floater. That's a real cocktail.
Okay.
It's an absolute real cocktail. She's putting a vodka floater on.
Well, she says, the color is horrible because Michael treats me poorly, but it's so sweet because I love him.
Yeah. The whole thing is cringe.
I'm like, where are you going with this?
The whole thing is cringe. So did you notice everyone got it? Except for Yara.
Yeah, good. Someone smart over there.
Well, she got a mimosa.
Well, do you think everyone got Angela, or did they just use the same?
Oh.
I think they just used the same, what do you call it?
Cup?
A cup, yeah.
It's a Michael, first of all. Teresa.
No, it's the Michael.
The Michael. That's how you order it.
Yeah, Yara's probably like, absolutely fucking not.
Absolutely. So Yara does ask Kalani what happened with her. She saw Asuelu. She saw he was super upset. What's going on?
All right. So Kalani's like, listen knows a little bit, but here it comes. Asuelu's been cheating on me this whole time. I caught him this morning deleting messages, being sneaky about it. And I said to myself, why am I going the extra mile trying while he's being shady? So I unblocked my boy.
Okay.
He said he has real feelings for me.
All right.
He told me everything I wanted to hear.
Okay.
And then said, I'm flying out.
Wait,
I want to
what?
see you.
Wait, what?
And I spent the night
What?
with him.
Michael! What?
If I was there, I would probably just like chuck the muckle.
Okay. You can let me know your thoughts. I'm very curious to hear your thoughts. I think this is fucked up. I think this is too far. You're at a couple's retreat, actively working on your relationship, and you're going to step out and literally cheat during this process. I know it's like my morals and my idealism getting in the way here, but that seems pretty bad.
I am going to agree just because she did have the opportunity to tell Asuelu, like, hey, I can't do this anymore. This is over. I don't feel like we can fix things. Let's just stay cordial, friendly for the kid's sake. If she said that to him and then did this, I would be like, okay, she is fully checked out. They just need to get the divorce finalized. But the fact that she's trying or says she is, Asuelu's trying, and then does this, it's a little fucked up.
There's literally the only thing that keeps you from cheating, or the only thing that makes it cheating, is like one sentence. If you go, you know what, I want to break up. Boom. Yeah. Now you can bang whoever you want to bang.
You can break up, divorce.
All it took is one sentence, and then you can do whatever you want to do.
But the only reason why I'm gonna play devil's advocate is like I know they're trying to fix it, but they're not together.
Right.
They're not together. They are separated. They're divorced. They're married on the paper, but they're not together. They don't share a room. They don't sleep next to each other. They don't kiss. They hug because Asuelu cries a lot. But they just don't. And I know she tried, but I understand that she just finds him cringy after all he did. And I think talking about it is doing the opposite. It's not helping them get through it. It's really showing her that, fuck, I've been dealing with this for so long. I don't deserve this.
And I think that's one of the best parts of therapy, or just talking to someone, is hearing yourself say things out loud makes it real and makes you understand, oh, shit.
Yeah.
It's so easy to convince yourself this is okay or this is normal. When you say things out loud, you go, oh, this isn't right.
Yeah.
I find it messed up that she went and spent the night with him and who knows what. But I'm excited because I feel like he's got to be on the show now. If he's in Florida, they got to have him on the show.
I hope so.
Right?
I hope so.
Crazy. All right. That's the episode. What a wild episode. I hope this season is only halfway done.
I know.
If they start wrapping it up after this, I'll be sad. But it's been great so far.
All right.
For us. Anyways, okay. Thank you guys for listening. If you guys want to hear more, if you want to hear us talk about the other way, you can on Patreon and Supercast, patreon.com/marriedtoreality, marriedtoreality.supercast.com. Also, check us out on Instagram. Follow us there at marriedtorealitypod. We post memes, news. You can message with us. You can share your thoughts. Call in. Let us know how you're feeling. At Married to Reality Pod on Instagram. Also, just make sure you're following the podcast wherever you're listening. Mm-hmm. All right? So easy to do. Just look down and smash that follow button.
Guys, once again, smash it like it's as hard as this unveiling drama. Because this episode was good.
Yeah, real good.
The last one was like 7.5. This one, ooh, hitting 9.
I would go 8.7.
Yeah.
All right. And if you haven't left us a review, please do. We love if you leave a 5-star review and you write something. We'll read it on the Monday podcast. We'll share it with the world.
Share.
All right. That's that. I've said it all.
Said it all.
Teresa said it all. I'm going to go refill my hot tea. My hot Teresa.
Your hot Teresa.
My hot Teresa.
That's a great name of the drink.
My hot Terry.
Hot Teresa.
Yeah. And I'll give you a little Jonathan and
the Jonathan.
Give it the Jonathan. All right. I've said it all. You've said it all.
Said it all.
We'll talk to you guys soon. Bye-bye.